Good morning, Gemini. This is going to be your video. I hope everybody has been doing well. You're enjoying your summer. I know it's been pretty hot here in Indiana. Been hot, hot, hot. I'm using my manga tarot deck, which I was guided to use in this set of videos. I haven't really used it a whole lot just because it was really kind of hard for me at first to read the energy of the cards, but I feel like I've mastered that now. So, give me some tarot cards for my Gemini friends. And I'll pull my oracle cards. I've got the energy oracle cards, which I'll go ahead and pull one. Just been kind of recharging my battery. I've been really kind of drained lately, but you know, I've been doing some energy work, so that's what happens when you work with your own energy. And I'm going to pull this one. My fortune telling deck. And my witch's oracle. Oops. Vampire. And this is upside down. Too many. And we got two. If I can get it. All right. And my fairies. Give me a fairy card for my Gemini viewers. And more fairies. Actually, I have a couple fairy decks. Maybe, well, I've got elves and fairies. All right. One more card for my Gemini viewers. Okay, so the first card that I have is the Tower card. So basically with the Tower card, the messages that I have coming through are that you have had a very significant Tower moment lately, and if you haven't, you're going to. And I feel like this has to do with how you view yourself. You've had several things happen recently that have really made you look at yourself in a different way. It's like you had this view of the world and this view of yourself that was false. And you're really able to kind of see why you do things the way that you do them as a result of this Tower card. Now, I feel like this has to either do with a romantic connection, or it could have to do with your job, or both. I feel like this Tower moment has affected basically all areas of your life. And I feel like it also has to do with manipulation. Maybe manipulation and control. Maybe you were doing these things and you didn't even realize it. Because so many times things become such a part of us that we really have to have someone else come in and really show us. And this can happen in all kinds of ways. Maybe someone, actually called you out on it, or maybe with this tower moment, a situation kind of showed itself to you where you were actually able to see where you were doing these things, this element of control. Now, I feel like this control has to do with insecurities and fears that you have. And that's, oh, sorry, it's lagging a little bit. And so, a lot of times when we have insecurities, we do things to kind of gain control of the situation. And so that's where I feel like this is coming in at. We have the appreciation card. So I feel like you have a new appreciation for situations that have came up, and even, this here tower moment. You have to come to appreciate any type of situation that helps you to grow and helps you to discover new things about yourself. And so that's basically the energy I'm getting with this card. I know with me, I used to try to kind of avoid triggering and tower type situations, but now I welcome them just because it's more enlightenment, and like I said, it is more growth. So you have to learn to really appreciate these things when they come up. We have the Five of Coins. So there's a certain amount of isolation, certain amount of sadness with this card. Maybe, you're going through a dark night of the soul, which really, a dark night of the soul really acts like depression. Just because all of a sudden, you don't really know who you are anymore. Who you thought you were is gone. And so it's like an identity crisis. And I feel like maybe a person is helping you see this, is really helping you grow. And so for that reason too, you have more appreciation of this person and these situations. The guidance that's coming through is to be kind to yourself. Meditate more. Spend more time with self-care. And take your time, stop being in such a rush. So many times when we get into this energy here, we just want it to be over with. We just want to get through it. We just want to get back to normal. And you're going to have a new normal. And it's going to feel a little off for a while. And we have toil and labor. So I feel like, maybe you've kind of pulled back, and maybe you're taking some time off from working so hard. Really need to start enjoying life more. Life is not all about work and gain. The best things in life are free. So really kind of take some time off and really kind of ease up on your expectations of yourself and others. All right, we have the Six of Coins. And this is like a bright new prospect coming into your life. I feel like, you've kind of taken some time off and kind of paused from what you were doing and kind of reinventing yourself right now so that you can have these new opportunities that are coming your way. I feel like, if you have a love connection right now, it's really ascending to this higher level of intimacy, one that, you've never had before. Because I feel like the connections that you've had before have just barely scratched the surface. And they were more kind of like more in concept, less in experience, more title, more obligation, less enjoyment. So I feel like this connection that you have right now is going to be deeper and more meaningful. And it's going to allow you freedom to really become yourself and really experience love, like really experience love, and not like that fear-based conditioned stuff that you've had in the past, but a real connection. But this is also a new opportunity and prospects for better employment, something that does not tap you out, something that does not have you feeling like, this toil and labor card, but something more rewarding. We have Witch, Healer. So I feel like this also goes along with this card here of this new self-discovery, and really tapping into your magic and tapping into your potential as a co-creator with the universe, and really being able to create whatever type of reality that you want, and you're doing that. And how are you doing that? You're stripping away anything that no longer resonates, anything that is not your truth, anything that is not your authentic self. That is how we heal. King of Wands. This is a real passionate energy. This is like that loving life and really really feeling connected to everything around you. So this is what the energy that you're moving into, after you clear out all that other shit, that pause that you have. And I feel like this is just really grabbing life by the balls and just really going forward, living your best life. And this is happening. I mean, I see a lot of really amazing things coming together for you. This is like a coming together card, after the Tower moments. We have faith, trust, unwavering, and confidence. You have to move into this place of faith, and I feel like that's really hard for you, just because you're always in your head and always trying to like strategize, and that element of control that I was picking up on earlier, feeling like you need to control everything, but you're really being asked to let go of that control and really just kind of go with the flow. You kind of like the path of least resistance, so to speak, and really step into this faith card. And that feeling of faith, and that feeling, that deep sense of knowing that does not come from your thoughts, because your thoughts will mislead you and misguide you every time. So relinquish the control and move into more faith and confidence. Transgression, flaws, contradictions, and mistake. There are no mistakes on this journey called life. I mean, there's like no wrong or right way to play the game of life. We are here to experience. We're here to have these rich experiences. So stop trying to categorize everything as that this is bad. Again, it goes back to that overthinking. Your mind is your weakness. I know you've always thought it was your strength, but it's not. It's your weakness, because you are always creating situations out of nothing. So stop trying to categorize everything. There are no mistakes. I mean, you can't go wrong. Even with this energy that's right here, I feel like you kind of feel like, you're like screwing up, you're not doing things right. Well, that fear in itself will really limit you as to the joy that you can experience in life. So really, like I said, if you can just learn to go with the flow and just ease up just a little bit and stop being so critical and stop being so judgmental of everything going on around you. That's the best I can tell you with those cards. The Hierophant. So I feel like this kind of, and you know, you could be getting ready to get married. You know, maybe this connection that you have is ascending to, like, you know, that level of commitment and marital contract. Or maybe this could be that faith too, of really that unwavering faith that you need to move into. Because to clarify that card, understand, I lost the book, so I have to read these intuitively. You know, we have this monster and we have this girl that's dancing right here. And it's like she's choosing, you know, to dance and enjoy life, you know, in spite of the fact that she has this great big monster right here sitting beside her, you know. So this could almost symbolize fears, you know, and choosing to go ahead and pursue the things that you are passionate about in spite of the fears. Because what you want to do, like, we're not ever going to not feel shitty emotions. I mean, you can get to the point where things don't trigger you anymore, but those emotions still might come up. And how we really become an alchemist and how we really transmute these lower energies is to feel them, acknowledge them, and then choose love instead. You know, choose a higher vibration, choose those feelings that are more that resonate with us on a soul level, and that would be love. And so choose love in all things, and this starts with self-love. Always put yourself first. So that's basically how, like I said, we collapse that duality between fear and love, is to acknowledge the fact that you do have these fears, you do have these lower vibrations, but then choose the higher vibration instead. And you're kind of blending them. It's kind of a blending. You know, you hear about, you know, you can't know that you're light without experiencing the darkness. So that's the other message I'm getting with this card. How would you know you were light? How would you even know there was light if there wasn't dark? So it's kind of the blending of the two. I know it's really kind of hard to explain the energy of these cards. We have the Four of Coins. Make sure that you are not seeking validation from other people or approval. Make sure that you are living your best life and being your most authentic self, and that you don't need other people to approve of your decisions or your choices, especially if you're choosing from your heart. So many times we feel like we have to do things to make other people happy. This is my obligation. This is my responsibility. This is why I'm doing that. And this is what I was kind of picking up earlier in this reading, as far as not ever having had a connection that felt good, that was real, that did not involve a certain level of responsibility to others instead of yourself. So make sure you are honoring yourself first and foremost. Autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So this is what I was picking up on. And it's really funny. Look, this card here, he has the shovel. It's like, you know, he's planting his seeds. He's planting his garden. He's preparing for, you know, what it is he's trying to manifest and grow. And then we have the Autumn card, where, you know, you're going to reap these benefits of this abundance, of this harvest. So I really feel like these two cards really go together, and this is what's coming your way. It's beautiful. You know, and I feel like this has to do with areas of love and money. And, you know, they both go together. When you're in a vibration of love, abundance follows every time. That's the reason why so many times people are like, oh, you find the right partner. I think I saw a meme one time said, it's amazing. You find the right partner, and then all of a sudden your health improves, your finances improve. Well, it's because abundance follows love, and not that fear-based codependent shit, but like real love. So this is coming. Beautiful reading, Gemini. Well, if you would like to have a personal reading, those are $40, and I'll include my email address in the description of the video. And I do have a Facebook page where I share different things, so be sure and check that out. I'll share the link in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.